The White Sox podcast with Chuck Garfien is brought to you by Wind Creek Chicago Southland. Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Chicago Southland, where the action never stops. Hey everybody, it's Chuck Garfien. Welcome to the latest edition of the White Sox podcast, brought to you by Wind Creek Chicago Southland. I'm here at Wright Field, and on the podcast today, we got two things. First, it is a conversation with Tristan Peters, a White Sox rookie who has a road to the major leagues that is quite unique. From Canada to the Savannah Bananas to the White Sox and a whole lot in between. We also talk about his first home series of his major league career. It was against the Blue Jays, and yes, he won one of those games on a walk-off against the Toronto Blue Jays. Quite an achievement, quite an accomplishment for a Canadian like Tristan Peters. And then, you may have heard over the weekend the surprise announcement that Ozzie Guillen is going to get his jersey retired on August the 8th here at Wright Field. It was a big surprise announcement, not only for Ozzie, but yes, even for me. We'll play that coming up as well. So it's Tristan Peters and Ozzie Guillen's jersey retirement. Here we go. All right, Tristan Peters, got to start with this. I was born on February 28th.
No way.
You were born on?
The 29th.
February 29th. So you are officially the youngest player in the history of Major League Baseball to play.
I guess so. That's crazy. Yeah, 6 years old.
Yeah. What was that like? What has that been like? You're a leap year baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a cool thing, a little cool thing to tell people. But yeah, we make it's every 4 years. So we make that year special usually. It just happens to be in spring training. So it's kind of hard to do anything. But yeah, I mean, it's fun.
Yeah, I was not born on a leap year. It took me about, 15 years to figure out, if I was born the next day, it would have been March 1st.
Yep.
I was not smart, Tristan, growing up. But you'll forever be, I'm guessing, the only person to go from Canada to the Savannah Bananas to the major leagues.
Yeah, that might be. Yeah,
it's quite a journey. I mean, your journey to get here, I think, is fascinating. Let's just start with Canada itself. I mean, there's not a ton of people that come from Canada and go to the major leagues. We're seeing more and more of it. Your upbringing, and where did baseball fit into that?
Yeah, so I was raised in Winkler, Manitoba for my first 16 years of life, and I played baseball, hockey, volleyball, all the sports really until my sophomore year of high school. That was my last year of hockey. Then I moved out west to Calgary. I lived in Calgary with my aunt and played at the Okotoks Dogs Academy to get a little more exposure in baseball. It's kind of when I decided, hey, I want to just do baseball. Mm-hmm. But then went to Chandler Gilbert Community College from there.
How'd you end up there? That's quite a journey just to get to there.
Yeah. So my high school coach in Okotoks, he's got his name on the wall anyway. In Chandler Gilbert, he was, I think, the
outside Phoenix.
Yeah. He was the player of the year, junior college player of the year the year he was there. So he recommended me to the coach, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll take him." And now they've been producing a lot of talent from Canada. Yeah,
I am hearing a lot more of that about that school. And you can't believe everything you read on the internet.
Right.
But I found this on the internet. You can tell me if this is true or not about you. An avid line dancer.
Oh, boy.
While he destroyed baseballs and won the National Junior College Gold Glove for his work in center field at Chandler Gilbert. Is that all accurate? Did that all happen?
That all happened, yeah. And to add swing dancing too. So
swing dancing on top of it. Okay.
That's how I met my wife.
Go on.
Yeah, so there's a place called Scootin' Boots in Mesa, Arizona, and we would go there every Friday. One of my teammates invited me, and my wife, Erin, she was there. So I met her there. We were friends for about 4 years, and we country dance every Friday, and now we're married with a 4-week-old kid.
That is amazing. Yeah, your child, or your baby, was born during spring training, so it's been quite a whirlwind for you, I guess.
Yeah, it feels like it hasn't quite settled down yet. She's always hungry, and and her name is Elaine, by the way. But Elaine. She's the sweetest thing.
Oh, that's sweet. What a great name too. So you're there, you're swing dancing, you're line dancing, and then you end up in Southern Illinois, in Carbondale. How did that happen?
Yeah, I remember we had a sophomore showcase at Chandler Gilbert, and I think it was 2019, just before 2020 and all the COVID stuff. But they saw me there. They recruited me. I went on a visit, and I really liked it, so I decided to go there, and we won 40 games. We're a good team.
Yeah, and you were a really good player. You get drafted by the Brewers.
Yeah.
And this is 2021, and were you with the Brewers before the Bananas? How did the Savannah Bananas get into your life? Because it seems like such a sharp turn to make, and then to get here to the major leagues.
Yeah, so the coach for the Savannah Bananas, he's still a coach there. He coached against me at Chandler Gilbert. He was at South Mountain Community College, and he liked what he saw. He was like, hey, you want to come play for the Bananas? And I'm like, yeah, I've heard about you guys. Yeah, I'll play. So it was a college summer team at the time in the Coastal Plains League. And I played with them after SIU just before the draft, because the draft was later that year too. And then in the middle of that, I got drafted.
So when the Brewers drafted you, they should have said, from the Savannah Bananas instead of from Southern Illinois, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, they could have said that too. Yeah.
They could have said that too. Where were you? What were you doing when you got drafted by the Brewers? 7th round.
Oh,
I think it was the 7th round, right?
Yeah, 7th round.
Mike Vassell was in the same draft, by the way.
Oh, was it?
Same draft. I think a round before or after you.
Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that, actually. Yeah. We knew I had my agent at the time. He was my advisor at the time. He was talking me through the draft stuff, but we were in Savannah. I think I had an off day because I remember spending the morning. We went to a coffee shop to watch the draft and stuff. And then we ended up going back to my host. I like to call him my host dude. It was just a guy who's my host family, basically. But at his house, my parents were there, and my wife and I weren't dating at the time, so she wasn't there, unfortunately. But we found out the news there, and we were all super pumped.
I want to go back a second to just the Bananas themselves. So this is 2021. Yeah. Were they the Bananas that we know today, or were they just kind of in their infancy when you were there?
Yeah, definitely in their infancy. Kind of a transition period, I think. We played one banana ball game. The rest were regular baseball. And then they kind of did, I think they started doing this in 2023.
So how did that even happen? You're playing regular baseball, and then they come to you, hey, by the way, let's try this.
Yeah.
Was that received? How was that received in the clubhouse? Because that is, I mean, this is revolutionary what's been going on with them.
Right, yeah. I mean, we were kind of expecting it. They've kind of been experimenting with like dancing and stuff like that and these TikToks. And then they're like, yeah, we're going to do a banana ball game against a team that wasn't in our league or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so we did it, and we had all these shenanigans going on, and people were trying these trick plays and stuff. And I think that's kind of where that started.
What were their teams thinking about what you guys were doing?
I think they thought we were crazy. For sure.
Did you feel like this was crazy? Were you all in from the beginning?
You know, I got to admit, I was a little skeptical at first, and then being in it was so much fun. I mean, and then the fans, the engagement and stuff with them was incredible. It was a lot of fun. The fans just loved it.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a video of you in a plaid skirt.
Oh.
And you were dancing to Britney Spears' Baby One More Time.
Yeah, that video.
Can we talk about this?
Yeah, that was actually the day after I got drafted. So I wasn't able to play, but I showed up. I was like, I got to be in the kilt. That's the staple of the Bananas at this time. And they were like, yeah, you want to do a dance? And I'm like, yeah, why not? So Britney Spears.
Britney Spears. I mean, so kind of take us into the culture of this, because this is so unique, and now it's this sensation.
Yeah. I mean, Jesse Cole, the owner, he would talk to each one of us before and just kind of explain what they're about. And his big emphasis is fans first, which I love it. And they really know how to engage the fans, and fans obviously love it. They're selling out football stadiums, which is nuts. I could have never seen that coming. But that was the whole thing. Just we're there to entertain the fans and let them have a good time while we're having a good time ourselves. Yeah.
So you touched on it, but just to go a little further, you could never have seen it happening. What was it like? You leave them, you're on to your professional career, and then the Bananas blow up.
Yeah.
Like really blow up.
Yeah. I mean, it was incredible to see. I was super happy for him because Jesse, he's a great guy. I mean, Coach Guillen there too. He's amazing. Just all the guys I was with are awesome. So that was super cool to see them have success. But then Yeah, I mean, we were selling out our stadium at the time. It was like 4,000 fans at
Was
least.
it in Savannah?
In Savannah,
Okay.
yeah. And then the rate at which it happened was just incredible, how fast it happened. I watched them in Tampa at the football stadium. I was like, wow, this is amazing.
It could have been you.
Yeah, right.
But the Orioles, they're playing the Orioles. You guys are playing the Orioles. Kate Povich was on the Bananas
That's right.
in
I did hear that.
2020. We have 2 former Bananas in the ballpark in this series.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
But this is interesting for you. So your first season with the Brewers, you're in their minor league system, and you get traded to the Giants. Just like that for Trevor Rosenthal. What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked. I'd actually just been called up to Double-A, so I drove from Appleton, Wisconsin to Mississippi, or Jackson, Mississippi, meet them on the road. Then we were in a rain delay, and then 30 minutes before the deadline, I didn't know what the deadline was at the time. They're like, yeah, you just got traded. And I'm like, oh. So then I head to Richmond with
Go to Richmond
Giants.
with the Giants. And then you're with the Giants, and then 3 months later, you get traded again to the Rays.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, I wasn't expecting both of them, but grateful for it.
All right. And then I did a little bit of research because that's what I like to do. You played for the Durham Bulls in AAA with the Rays. Here are some of your teammates, former teammates, and actually current teammates. Have the White Sox and Rays been doing some deals? Yes. Everson Pereira.
Yep.
Curtis Mead.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler Alexander.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Theis was with the White Sox, and he played with you.
That's right.
Zach Birdie, first-round draft pick with the White Sox. You played with him. I think you overlapped with him.
Yeah.
Pitcher?
It might have been brief.
It might have been brief. A couple of these are brief.
Yeah.
Ryan Burr.
I remember his name. Yeah.
Ryan Burr, reliever. Actually, I ran into Ryan Burr at a golf course in Phoenix about a month ago. I don't know if the fans are ready for this one, but I'm going to give it to you. You guys were on the same team. I think you played together. Eloy Jimenez.
Oh, yeah. Played with him. Great guy. I love that
I
guy.
know. But I'm just saying, what is going on here? This is all in the minor leagues in the last, 2 years.
Yeah. That's 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
That is. And one more. Tanner Murray. Tanner Murray was clearly one of your teammates last year, and now he is here. Mm-hmm. He was traded for cash considerations, and he makes his major league debut here and has that play that he made, bases loaded, that essentially may have won the game for the White Sox in his debut.
Yeah, I mean, that was an incredible play. I mean, I've seen him in the field before, and he's an incredible fielder. So that was cool, and on his debut that's special.
Yeah, so tell us a little more about him, because you know him probably more than anybody in that clubhouse.
Yeah, I mean, I've played with him in Double-A and Triple-A, and, I mean, makes hard contact, too. It's a lot of line drives. He's a really well-rounded player. I think he kind of sneaks up on people. He's not very it's unexpected, kind of, but he's a great player.
Have you ever seen him make a play like that?
No, that was the top play I've seen him make. That's sick.
Yeah, that was really impressive.
Yeah.
So you played 136 games for the Bulls last year in AAA, 28 doubles, 15 homers, 65 walks. You led the team in hits and RBIs. So what clicked for you last year and kind of helps you get to where you are today?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like being comfortable at the plate was a big thing for me. The year before, I had a below average year it wasn't to my liking, and I just didn't feel comfortable. So that offseason, I just went in I'm going to feel comfortable, and that's my goal. So that was me in the hitting department. And then defensively, I feel like I've just been slowly honing in on that throughout the years.
Is that your strength, would you say? Or would you say it is your offense or something else?
I think my defense is definitely a strength.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still learning at the plate. I think there's a lot to add too. I mean, I've been bunting, which is pretty obvious now. But yeah, and I'm just trying to add tools to my toolkit.
Yeah, I think that's what was attractive with the White Sox for you, is all the things that you can bring to the table.
Right.
But did they ask you to learn how to bunt, or was that already a tool of yours?
They were asking pretty much everybody to bunt, and I was like, you know what? I've done a lot of work with it off machines and stuff. Never really did it in a game, and they were just explaining how they love that play, and I was like, you know what? Spring training, I'm going to work on it now. If I can get this down, it's another tool for me to use to win games for us, and maybe make the team.
So when you got traded here, there's two ways of looking at it. One, the White Sox want you. They value you. They appreciate you. 2, you get traded for cash considerations, maybe a player to be named later.
Right.
How do you internalize that from the team that had you? And they're like, yeah, this is what, I don't say what we think of you, but this is all we could get for you.
Right. I try not to think about that too much. They were pretty clear that they had some other teams interested too. So that was encouraging. And because obviously it was my first time getting DFA'd, and I was like, oh, wow, I just debuted. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you debuted at the end of last year.
Yeah, in August. And so, yeah, I try not to think about that too much. I was just grateful to go to an organization like this and grateful for the opportunity.
Sorry to bring that up then, I guess.
No, you're good. You're good. All good.
No, there is so much to this game.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so much.
Right. And so it just, I see this happen time and time and time again. And it's just like, well, there's a human being in there.
Right.
But there's another way of looking at it, like, hey, yeah, I also have been acquired by a team that wants me.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to focus on.
Yeah, and I tried to focus on that. I was just grateful for the opportunity.
You play your first home game here, home opener. I just come up to you in the clubhouse, and you say something to me that just didn't really register until you said it. You're like, yeah, this is my very first Major League home game.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, it really is. So what was that experience like? It was a 1-5 road trip, didn't go as according to plan for the team. And then boom, you're here, you're at home, you're in front of a different crowd, and you guys sweep the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I mean, that was so special against the Canadian team, which is cool too.
Were you a Blue Jay fan growing up?
I like to say I wasn't, just because it irked my dad, but I definitely, I watched a lot of Blue Jays baseball, and so that was really special. But just having the crowd on your side is just huge too. And I mean, we had amazing turnout, and I mean, it was electric. Yeah.
So I think that really adds to it even more as I'm now putting it together, that in your first home series, so far as we speak, your biggest hit, the game-winning hit, the walk-off, came against the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Just take us through that at bat. It was the 10th inning. You drive in a run, and you guys win the game. Derek Hill scores on the play.
Yeah, I mean, Derek, super fast guy. No, he's on second. First of all, his bunt, that was an incredible bunt. And on a cold catcher like that, making them work like that. So that was cool to see. And I know he's fast on second, so I don't need to do too much. I'm just trying to get it in the outfield somewhere, score him, or even just move him over and get it to the next guy.
But were you expecting the celebration that came? I mean, I have never seen this. They call it a walk-off. Your jersey was off. They basically ripped off your jersey. Yeah. Your teammates were so excited.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. I've heard, you hear about all the Gatorade cooler and stuff like that. You know that's coming. But then the shirt coming off, I mean, it ripped off, I think, 3 buttons. So it was unexpected. What's
been the reaction since that happened for people that you know?
Yeah, they were just ecstatic, especially all the Canadians texting me and like doing it against their team. It's kind of funny.
The most liked person in Chicago, maybe not so liked in Canada.
Yeah, it's a mix.
It's a mix. But hey, it's been great talking to you, and this seems like a really good fit for you. Is that what you see?
Yeah, I love it here. It's been great.
All right, Tristan Peters, thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Chuck.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right, great talking there with Tristan Peters. In the meantime, big surprise over the weekend when the White Sox announced that Ozzie Guillen was going to get his jersey retired. It's been a long time coming, subjectively for me, because I've been wanting this to happen for a long time. And a little story behind the story. All we knew that during the home opener was that Ozzie and I needed to be over in our little studio area for a surprise announcement during the game that they were going to actually have on the stadium video board. So this is a big deal, whatever this announcement was. And I did not know what it was. Ozzie did not know what it was. And then finally, like a half hour before our first pregame show for the series, I see Brooks Boyer of the White Sox, and I asked him, like, is anyone going to tell me what this is? And he asked me, what do you think it is? And I just said to Brooks, I'll tell you what I hope it is. I hope it's you guys announcing that we're going to see the White Sox retire Ozzie Guillen's jersey. And Brooks looks at me and he says, actually, it happened right here. The conversation literally happened 10 feet from me. And he was kind of crestfallen, and he said, I wish that was the case, but that's not what the plan is. And he's like, every Saturday is booked up for the whole year. And, that's just not what it's going to be. And all I can tell you is it still has to be a surprise. And it's going to be some kind of promotional item. So all I knew was that it was going to be a promotional item that we were going to be announcing to everybody. And I'm thinking, we're doing all of this for like a bobblehead? All right, fine. Do what I'm told. So we go up there, and there's Scott Podsednik. And I'm thinking, okay, here comes some kind of bobblehead announcement. Maybe it involves Scott. And then they announce what we all heard. This. Roll tape.
The Chicago White Sox announce today that 2005 World Series winning manager Ozzie Guillen will be honored on Saturday, August 8th.
I know that bobblehead.
With a special ceremony retiring his number 13 uniform.
No way.
The shortstop, who played for 13 seasons with the White Sox, will be the 13th player in franchise history to have his number retired and first manager.
Oh, that is amazing.
Mr. Ozzie Guillen, your legacy will be forever etched.
Oh my God. Where's my wife?
She's right here. Evis. Oh my God. Ozzie. The whole crowd here is chanting Ozzie's name. Yes. So it's going to happen. August the 8th. Get your tickets at whitesox.com. Those emotions that you heard, those that you saw from Ozzie, and those are 100% real. It means the world to him because he's not just a former player. He's not a former manager. He's not just a TV analyst. This team, this franchise is in his blood like nobody else I've ever met. And to have number 13 right over there, I'm looking at it right now, between Louis Aparicio and Paul Konerko forever. And for his grandkids and his grandkids' to say that there's number 13. There's only one 13 that's ever going to be remembered for the White Sox, and it's Ozzie Guillen. That means the world. So congratulations to Ozzie Guillen, and looking forward to August the 8th here at Wright Field against the Cleveland Guardians. What a special day that is going to be. And that is a wrap for this edition of the White Sox podcast. I hope Hawk Harrelson comes in for this. Hawk Harrelson, take it away.
All right, all right, Chuck. This edition of the White Sox podcast is over.